In the grand tapestry of Chinese history, few figures stand out as boldly and controversially as Wu Zetian, the only woman to ever rule China as emperor in her own right. Her story begins in the year 624, during the Tang Dynasty, when she was born into a wealthy and educated family in Wenshui, Shanxi province. From a young age, Wu Zhao, her birth name, showed intelligence and ambition far beyond the expectations for women in her era. Unlike most girls, she was taught to read and write, receiving an education in classical Chinese literature, philosophy, and history, a rare privilege that planted the seeds of her future ascent. At just 14 years old, Wu Zhao was selected to join the harem of Emperor Taizong of Tang, where she served as a concubine of low rank. For many years, she remained in the shadows, observing court politics with a keen eye and learning the subtleties of influence and manipulation. But her fate changed dramatically after the death of Taizong. Traditionally, concubines of a deceased emperor were expected to become Buddhist nuns, a life of spiritual seclusion, but Wu Zhao's ambition would not allow such an ending. Instead, she found a way back into the Forbidden City and into the arms of Emperor Gaozong, Taizong's son, who had long been captivated by her beauty and intelligence. Their rekindled romance shocked the court, but Wu Zhao's hold over Gaozong only grew stronger. As Empress consort, Wu Zetian quickly began consolidating power. She was ruthless in eliminating her rivals, including the former Empress and other concubines who stood in her way. With Gaozong often in poor health, Wu Zetian assumed many of his administrative duties, effectively becoming the power behind the throne. She took part in court meetings, issued imperial edicts, and formed a network of loyal officials and spies. Her influence over the bureaucracy was so absolute that by the time Gaozong died in 683, the imperial court was already under her control. At first, she ruled behind a series of puppet emperors, her sons, but when they failed to meet her expectations or challenged her authority, she deposed them one by one. Then, in the year 690, Wu Zetian did the unthinkable. She declared herself emperor of a new dynasty, the Zhou, breaking centuries of Confucian tradition that insisted a woman could not hold the mandate of heaven. It was a stunning and unprecedented move. The name Tang was erased from official records, and a new reign began, with Wu Zetian sitting upon the dragon throne. As emperor, Wu Zetian proved to be a capable and visionary ruler. She promoted meritocracy, expanding the civil service examination system to include candidates from lower social classes. She increased agricultural production, supported public works projects, and reformed the bureaucracy to make it more efficient and less corrupt. Wu was also a patron of Buddhism, using religious symbolism to legitimize her rule and commissioning thousands of statues and temples in her honor. The famous Longmen grottos in Luoyang, adorned with massive Buddhist carvings, bear testament to her devotion and propaganda efforts. Yet her reign was not without cruelty. Wu Zetian maintained a secret police force that instilled fear throughout the court. Accusations of treason, often fabricated, led to purges, executions, and torture. While she justified these actions as necessary to stabilize the state, her iron grip created a climate of fear and paranoia. Still, her reign was one of relative peace and prosperity, with expanded borders and flourishing trade along the Silk Road. Wu Zetian ruled for over 15 years as emperor, and nearly 5 decades in total from behind the scenes and the throne. Eventually, in 705, old and ailing, she was forced to abdicate in favor of her son, Zhongzong, restoring the Tang Dynasty. She died shortly after, and her posthumous reputation was swiftly smeared by Confucian historians who viewed her rule as unnatural and immoral. Yet her political skill, resilience, and vision could not be erased so easily. Today, Wu Zetian is seen in a different light. Some view her as a ruthless usurper who manipulated and murdered her way to the top. Others see a brilliant strategist and reformer who defied patriarchal norms and led with determination during one of China's golden ages. Perhaps she was both. Her tomb, shared with Emperor Gaozong, stands beneath the towering Qianling Mausoleum near Xi'an. Its epitaph stone was left blank by her own orders, a silent challenge to history, daring the future to judge her for what she truly was. In the end, Wu Zetian remains one of history's most enigmatic and powerful women, a symbol of ambition, intelligence, and defiance. Her life is a testament to the heights one can reach, even in the face of centuries of tradition, when they dare to seize destiny for themselves.